Hi everyone! So in today's video I wanted to share with you guys a few new beauty bits that I picked up. I went a little bit crazy with an online order from the US, and I also grabbed a few things from Aerin, so I am going to be doing an Aerin try on review for you all because it's one of those brands I talk about a lot, and I just want to share with you my first impressions on some of the pieces that I've recently picked up that are new, and also just be able to give you an idea as to what everything looks like on and in terms of sizing. Anyway, I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm going to get started with an order that I did from Milani. Now, if you don't know about Milani, it is kind of this sort of much more affordable makeup brand. It's from the US as far as I know, and you can buy it online from like Beauty Joint and stuff like that. I actually bought direct from their website because I had been after particular blush that they put out, not their baked blushes, but I was after a couple of their powder blushes, and they are these, and they have these just really gorgeous rose kind of printed design on them. So I got the shade Tea Rose, which is this really pretty kind of faded antique pink, and then I got the shade Coral Cove, which is a very bright kind of coral shade. It's almost neon coral for, you know, this would be great in the summertime. The one thing I'll say about these blushes is that I have noticed they are a bit powdery. I mean, they are a powdered blush, and you do get a lot of kick up of the product, and you'll see, or you probably have already seen once I've inserted the clip, but they are quite pigmented and they're really just nice on the skin. They look very natural. I haven't used them too much. This one in particular I haven't used, and that's because it's winter here, but Tea Rose is just stunning for every day for winter. Then the next thing that I picked up from Milani were a few of their Bella Gel eyeshadows. Now, I have heard people rave about these, completely rave about them. And so I thought I might as well give it a go and pick a few up. So I got 3 eyeshadows, and the first one is a little bit unusual for me, but it is this kind of really pretty violet purple shade. This is Bella Purple. You know, it's not as pigmented as I would have expected, and I think that it would probably go on a lot better if you're using something like MAC's Fix Plus, which I haven't tried it with that yet, but the formula of these is really nice and soft and just very velvety to the touch. But yeah, I haven't found that this one is that pigmented. It comes off a little bit sheer. Then I grabbed a really plain neutral shade, and that was the shade Bella Cappuccino, and I love this one for every day. It's kind of got a little bit of a luster finish to it, and it's just a really pretty kind of simple, yeah, everyday. And I just like to swipe this all over the lids and then just add something in my crease to deepen it up, as I found that this is just a little bit too light for the crease. The last shadow that I picked up, I kind of grabbed on a bit of a whim, probably like the first one. This is the Bella Grey eyeshadow, and it's kind of like a really icy blue toned grey. And I really like the look of this. I think it looks really pretty, and I think it would look really nice in kind of a smoky eye look where you've got kind of a really dark charcoal grey in the outer V. But yeah, I just thought it would be a bit interesting to have something like this in my eyeshadow collection because I haven't ever seen anything like this before. So yeah, I'm quite excited to try this one. I haven't used these a lot yet, so I can't really comment too much on them, but with the Cappuccino shade, I do really like it. But again, it does come off a little bit sheer, so you have to layer it up. So I did a bit of browsing on the website, and I ended up coming across this anti-feathering lip liner. Now, I haven't had a chance to use this yet, but the comments on it were just unreal. Everyone was saying how it was the most amazing lip liner ever, that they don't get any feathering, that it makes their lipstick last a lot longer. So I just thought I have to try this out. So I'll report back and let you guys know how I got on with this, but I'm really looking forward to trying it out. Now, I can never ever resist picking up a good eyeliner, and I thought I would give one of the Milani eyeliners a shot because I tend to buy more high-end eyeliners, and so I grabbed the Milani Ultrafine Liquid Eyeliner, and I really like this. I've been using this every single day since I got it. It's kind of got this plastic pointed nib, and it just makes applying the eyeliner so much easier than with using one of the pens. So I'm a complete convert. Like, this has just been a total game changer for me, and the color is super black. It stays on all day long as well. It doesn't budge at all. So I think that's really, really great for something that you're only spending, you know, $7 on or less even. So I think this is going to be my new go-to everyday holy grail eyeliner product. But it's what I put on my eyes today as well, in case you were wondering. But yeah, I'm so pleased with this purchase. I'm really glad that I just decided to throw it in the shopping cart while having a browse. Then, because I spent $25, I was able to get a free nail polish, and so I got the Color Statement Nail Lacquer in the shade Moving Forward. So this is a really pretty kind of mauvey raspberry toned nail polish. I really like the color of this. I actually have not had a chance to use it. Oh my gosh, I can't even open it. But I'm really excited for this. I think this is going to look really pretty, and it's just perfect for winter. So I might have to paint my nails with this one this weekend. Now, after that, I decided to go on Nordstrom and place an order, and the main reason why was because I really wanted to pick up one of the palettes from the Nordstrom MAC collection. So if you haven't heard about that yet, it's kind of this recent collection that MAC put out, and they did a warm and cool tone 15-pound palette, and it was $81 US, or here I think it's around the $190 mark in Australia. And then they did a small 9-pound palette which had small eyeshadows in it, and they were around the 45 US, 65 Australian dollar mark. And I thought it was really good value for MAC eyeshadows. So I decided to go on Nordstrom and have a look and just sort of see what the price difference was, and they ended up being so much cheaper. So I decided to just go ahead and place an order from Nordstrom, and I had a lot of trouble deciding between the warm and cool toned palettes. So I sort of thought I would get both, and then I realized that was a bit too much. And then I found out that Nordstrom did their own eyeshadow palette, and so that was the one I grabbed, and it looks like this, and there we go. Looks like this, and it's absolutely amazing. Like, I've been wanting to build my own MAC eyeshadow palette for the longest time, and I've actually got this list in my phone of all of the shades that I want to get, and I haven't been able to narrow it down. So this just made it so much easier, as it's probably got like 80% of the shadows that I wanted to have anywhere. I mean, there are a few double ups for me because I've already got, what have I got? I've got Woodwinged, I've got Mulch, and I have Satin Taupe already. But I still think this is a really great palette, and I'm definitely going to be using every single shadow in here. Not too stoked about Carbon, I've got to admit. This is kind of a pretty crappy black matte shadow. It's not very pigmented. It comes off with a little bit of a dark grey hue, so just in case, there we go. Just in case you're wondering. So a bit disappointed about that one there, but all of the other shadows I really like. And yeah, I just think this is such a pretty everyday palette. There's a lot of matte and shimmer shades and luster shades, so I kind of think you got a good mix of everything in here. So if you haven't picked one of these up, I highly recommend it, and I'll include a link down below just in case you're interested in checking it out. Oh, and also on this, I have done a post on my blog on this palette, so if you would like to read that, I will pop a link in the down bar below. So I decided to pick up a few more things from MAC while I was at it, and the first thing that I picked up was a bottle of Fix Plus, and I got the travel size just because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, and I didn't really want to spend a lot of money on a product that I wouldn't end up using. I've only used this twice. I've used it once to kind of prep my face, and I don't know, I don't really like spraying a product directly onto my face. I don't know what it is. I think this is why I haven't really gone near any finishing sprays or setting sprays, because yeah, I don't know, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't understand how some girls spray hairspray on their face. Just don't know. But anyway, I've also used this to spray on my brush and just really intensify an eyeshadow, and that worked a treat. So I think I'm gonna like this a lot. You know, I really got to use it a bit more to get a feel for whether or not this is going to be something that comes out every now and then, or whether it's going to end up at the back of my beauty drawer. But I think this shows a lot of promise, and everyone kind of raves about it. So in saying that, I don't really think that this is much of an everyday product for me. I do work in a creative industry, however, I don't really feel like I could go to work with super shimmery eyelids every single day. So yeah, I think this one might be more of a weekend, going out kind of product. Then the other thing that I really wanted to pick up from MAC were a couple of their lip liners. So this one's probably going to come across as no surprise, as every YouTuber and their dog has it, but it is MAC's lip pencil in Soar, and this is kind of that Kylie Jenner-ish lip color. It's sort of a brown tone, antique-y pink. It's really pretty. I really like the formula of this. It goes on really well, and you can overdraw your lips a little bit if you like. Obviously I haven't used it too much, but I do have another MAC lip pencil. I've got one of their Pro Longwear lip pencils, and in all honesty I prefer the formula of the Pro Longwear lip pencils just because it is a lot creamier than these, but these are definitely pretty easy to work with, or at least this shade in particular, because the other one that I grabbed is called Lasting Sensation, and it's such a pretty pinky toned coral. I just had such high hopes for this, and I used it and it just is really patchy. It's not super smooth. It doesn't go onto your lips with ease, and so I don't know, I'm just a bit worried that this is going to end up being one of those things that I don't use. So I am definitely going to try it out a bit more, as I have found with some of my other lip pencils that after you use it a bit, it ends up warming up the product, or if you warm it up on the back of your hand before you draw it on your lips, it ends up making it easier to work with. So we'll see how we go, but my first impression was that I didn't really like this one. It wasn't comparable to Soar, so I wonder if they're slightly different formulas. And the last thing that I picked up was from a brand called Aerin, and as far as I'm aware, she's kind of part of the Estee Lauder family, and I really couldn't resist the packaging. It is gold and it's absolutely stunning. So this is what I picked up. It's a blusher, and the packaging just looks gorgeous. It's the product inside. It is the multicolor for lips and cheeks, and it's just a really pretty kind of very natural brown toned pink, and it's great for winter. It's a great everyday shade. I'm so pleased with this, and I have to say I think it works well as both a lipstick and as a blush. Put it on the lips and it's kind of got a bit of a sheer wash of color. It's very comfortable and very moisturizing, and it's kind of got a bit of a slippery feel to it. And in terms of the blush, it's very pigmented, so you only need to use a little bit, and I've been using this every single day. It's what I've got on my cheeks today. It's not really picking up on camera, I don't think, but yeah, I'm so pleased with this. I just think it's such a great blush, and I can't wait to try out a few more things from the brand. So if you've tried anything from Aerin, can you let me know in the comments below, as I'm kind of looking out for a few recommendations, as at this stage it's sort of hard to decide without being able to use a product in person. My only complaint about this is that the packaging is very cheap. It's plastic, so it doesn't really have that same kind of very luxurious feel to it as the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow palette has. But in saying that, it is really pretty, and I absolutely love this. I think it's such a pretty shade. Now the last thing I picked up from Sephora, and I kind of randomly went in there and they had this back in stock, and I was not expecting them to at all. I thought that I'd missed out on my opportunity, and it's the Tarte lip palette from Tarte Cosmetics, and just open it up. This is what it looks like. It's absolutely stunning. You've got 12 matte shades in here, and I really kind of like the rosy and sort of, there's a lot of really warm tone shades in here, and I kind of really like these rosy ones right here. They're my favorites. I wore them yesterday. Really nice. I don't think all the shadows are super pigmented, but they're very easy to work with. They do come off a little bit powdery, but I mean, they are very nice and smooth and satiny to the touch, so I'm very happy with this, and I think it's a really good everyday palette. So that was everything that I picked up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do have a few more style videos coming up, as I know you guys really enjoy those. So I've got one on workwear, and I'm also going to do one on like the foundations of a working capsule wardrobe for both corporate and creative industries, as I feel like there's a bit of a mix of people who watch my videos, so I kind of want to be able to make everybody happy and give you guys a bit of everything. So that's just a little bit of a hint at what's coming up